Hey everyone, it's Mark with Scuttlebutt Farm, and I hope you're having a great Sunday. It's like January 20-something-ish, and been working quite a bit today. I moved about 20 bales of straw, and I used quite a few of them to start a straw bale garden. And so my daughter and I are gonna work this straw bale garden, and you can see here we have, I did make them in letters just for fun. So that's an S and a B and an F. Okay, and that's of course Scuttlebutt Farm. We figured we'd make a little bit of fun out of it, and we're gonna plant flowers and vegetables in this. So you'll see follow-up videos from it later on in the year. But I want to explain a little bit about what I did to hopefully get this started on the right foot. One is I didn't wait until April, May, or early spring to start doing this. You know, being January, I want to get this straw out here, have it start decomposing and breaking down so that it'll be good nutrition for the plants. Another thing I did, you'll notice at the base of the bales, there's I don't know if you can notice. Let me see if I can back up. Maybe you can tell a little better. There's a little bit of roughage in the soil there. So what I did was I took my broad fork, which is just a sturdy fork, and I basically pried the ground up all underneath the bales. That way there's air getting into the soil down there, and it can feed the micronutrients that are in there. Now, are my plants going to grow through the bale all the way to the soil? Probably not. Did it make a real difference? Probably not. But I don't care. I did it anyway. It can't hurt. And so I did that, and then I put the bales in, and I have to make sure that the bales are, you'll notice that they're, well, it's kind of tough to notice sometimes. See how here the straw part, the openings are on the top? I actually had this bale wrong earlier. I had it laying on its side, and by laying on its side, the water won't absorb as well inside, and it won't break down as well. So I made sure to try to get them as close as I can. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you're dealing with the bales which way those little straws are. So I got all those in there. I did not put cardboard underneath these straw bales because I want it in contact with the soil, not the cardboard. And in fact, you'll see I have the cardboard on top, and I don't think that's really going to make much of a difference. I may pull it up later on. I don't know what I'm going to do, but in the meantime, I got it on there. I do want these bales to soak up as much water as they can so they can break down sooner. And then I took here in the middle, I took and put cardboard down, and then put some of the extra straw on top, because I want to be able to walk around it without having to mow in between. And that'll hopefully save me some of that work at least. But that's basically what I did with my straw bale garden, and got that up and running. So it's basically going to sit like this for probably another month or two, and then we'll plant some plants in it. And I don't know where, so you can see the sun is that way. So obviously the top of the letters, the bigger plants need to go in the back on this side, so that the smaller plants, even when they grow, they'll still get some sun, and the back plants will still get some sun. So I got to figure all that out, and you know, it's a lot more planning to do, but the straw bale garden is off and running. Real quick update on some other things. I'm working on the muscadine vines, and you can see I got a lot of debris here. I haven't finished. So that's more like what they looked like, a big jungle of vine, and this is closer to what they're gonna look like. I probably won't get as much muscadine production this year, but my goal is to open these up, and you know, I can get out any dead wood, and hopefully I can kind of manage a little bit. I mean, there's vine everywhere, so it was quite a feat just to get that much done. let me go slower. I don't want to make anybody dizzy. But it's not all that easy. It takes a lot of time, and you get beat up pretty good by the vines. But, you know, hey, we'll work it out. In the end, I should have better production over the next few years because of that. Let me see, a couple other things I guess I could... Oh, I did wet down the hay is another thing, or the straw. You do want to wet it down to get it a start. One, it keeps it from flying away all over the place because it is kind of a windy day, a blustery one, if you will. And so, over here in my flower garden, I'm sure I've showed you this before, but today I lifted up the soil and basically used that broad fork to lift up here as well. And then I put down newspaper, just like a weed block, on top, not underneath the soil, but on top. And then I put the straw on top of that and wet it down really good. And I intend to plant flowers here because flowers look great in front of the barber shop. And when I look out my window to my bedroom where I work most of the time, I like seeing flowers and birds, and that goes pretty well. And then I did a little section here along the side of the barber shop. I took out a tree that was in here. It was a beautyberry. It's down there. I'll show it next time when it's blooming. But I took it out. So now I only have a hibiscus here, I think. I hope that's not a beautyberry as well. But I have a hibiscus here, and I have some canna lilies that'll come up around here around the edge. And then this over here is a fig tree. Probably all this wood is dead and probably won't make it, but underneath there is a very successful root system that I think will you know, shoot up another fig tree here in the spring. I planted a little bit of amaranth over there just because I accidentally got the seeds wet, and so I figured I should just go ahead and put them in some soil. And then I have some extra planting area over there on the side. I put some straw and all that just so that I could prevent the grass from getting a head start before I get my whatever I'm going to put in there. All right, so wow, that's a lot of updates. It's been a long day, and I'm starting to get tired, so I think I'm going to head on into the Scuttlebutt household. But I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. It's Mark with Scuttlebutt Farm. Oh, go to the website. I've got it fixed. It's scuttlebutt.farm. All right. Later. Bye.